So I figured the starter is the best place to start, and I know that I want to do prawns. Can you even cook seafood in the microwave? I'm not really sure, but we're going to try. I need to figure out the best way to get the best kind of prawn in the microwave first of all, before I can really commit to my amazing starter. So if I'm thinking about cooking prawns, I'm thinking about poaching, I'm thinking about like dry spices and salting the prawns, and I also want to do like an oil and butter kind of situation. So I'm going to try the poached prawn first. I'm going to fill a jug with water and some salt. So I'm going to try it for 2 minutes on 1000 watts, because you can't burn water, or can you? Nice, okay, we've got action. Now let's go in with, oh, look at that. Well, they've already started cooking in there. I think just like another 20 seconds is going to be all we need here. Will they be juicy? I think that's the question also. You don't want to overcooked prawn, do you? Here we go. Feeling good about these. Look at that. I'm just going to give this a try. That's really good. I like this poaching style because you're covering the prawn in a liquid so it's not drying out. It's really delicious. So that was great, but what I want to try next is with some extra flavoring, some spices, and I'm also kind of interested to see what happens when I don't have any liquid. So for my next test, I'm going to simply sprinkle the prawns with some chili powder and salt. I think this time, because the prawns are going in cold with no hot liquid, I'm going to turn the power down 600 watts and give them about 40 seconds. Oh. Is that a good sound? I don't know. Let's see. So, I mean, this looks pretty juicy to me, and bear in mind we didn't cook this in any fat or any oil. Basically the prawn seems to have cooked in its own juices. Actually, if anything, this has taken on way more of the salt flavor. I'd actually say this is too salty, like maybe because there's no water or anything to absorb some of the salt. It's like the prawn just soaked up all the flavor. As much as I really like this one, I do think that I need to test out cooking the prawn in some butter and olive oil, because like that's what I would normally do with a prawn. So let's do that next. I'm going to place my butter and my oil into a small dish, a little bit of salt too, and I want to heat it up first before I add the prawns, but I want to make sure that we don't have any big explosions in the microwave. So a lower power, 600 watts for 1 minute, I think should do it. I'm going to add my prawns into the warm oil and butter, and then I'm going to cook the prawns at a lower power of 440 for around about 50 seconds. I'm excited about this one. Prawns cooking in salty butter and oil. I think that's going to be a good time. Okay, let's have a look. Are they cooked? Looks good to me. Prawns swimming in butter. That's really yum. Salty, buttery. It's firm, but it's a little bit silky, if you know what I mean. Like it's really delicious. It's yum. So where am I going to go from here? Now, I've got a couple of things in mind, but one of the things that's pretty cool is that there's a grill function in this microwave. So, you know, I've got some butter and oil here, and I think grilling some bread would be really nice. And then if that works, then that will sort of help me figure out where I want to go towards the end. I'm thinking maybe some sort of slider, because I love, you know, prawn sliders. I think that could be a good thing. So I'm going to grab some bread. I'm going to place the wire rack in the microwave. I want to make sure the bun is heated through and grilled as well. So I want to start cut side down and then grill them for 1 minute. Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting test. I want to see how lovely and golden I can get that buttery bread. I'm a bit fussy when it comes to sandwiches. I'm going to pull my buns out, turn them over, brush them with the butter and oil, pop them back into the grill. I want to give this about 4 minutes, but I'm going to come back and watch because I'm not sure when we'll get to that perfect toastiness. It kind of looks quite golden there, so I think we need to get in here. Ooh, nice, look at that. Yeah, that looks golden and crispy and delicious. This is really working out well for me. I love this color, I love the texture. My bun is really nice and warm, particularly that top bun, which you want for a slider. So I think we do sliders. But how do we do the prawns? I loved the chili. I love the butter and the oil, but you know what you have to do with prawns? You gotta add garlic for sure. So spicy, garlic, butter and oil prawns. We're gonna do a po' boy. That's what we're gonna, po' boy sliders. I'm excited. I think for this final dish, I'm going to heat the butter and the oil in the same way that I did in my first test, but I'm also going to add some chili, salt, and garlic. Okay, so that butter looks really good and it smells really great here. I can smell garlic butter. Then I'm going to add my prawns and heat them until they're just cooked. Once the prawns come out of the microwave, I'm going to take the tail shell off before they go into the buns. I'm going to do my spicy sauce now, just some mayonnaise and some hot sauce. So I still need to grill my bread, but I want to warm it up first. So cut side down. Then take them out, brush them with the spicy garlic butter oil, and then grill them until golden. So at the end of this, it should really smell like a yummy garlic bread. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, these look really lovely, deeply golden. This is exactly what I wanted. So now it's all about building. I want to start with my bases. I've got my spicy mayo. I'm going to go on now with some shredded lettuce. Now the prawns. And you know what? The bonus is that you've got this beautiful garlic chili butter oil business, which I'm going to just drizzle a little more on top of here because I think, you know, that looks great. Okay, so I am super excited about these. If you brought these out at a party and you're like, hey, look what I cooked in my microwave, people will be like, what? I mean, I literally cooked prawns in the microwave. Let's see. Wow, that is so good. That garlic butter bread is doing so much for this sandwich because I'm getting crunchy, toasty texture. The prawns in there are perfectly cooked, like perfect. They're not overcooked, they're juicy. Things are spicy in there too. So this is great because I'm now 1 out of 3. Next up is the main course though. That's going to be a challenge.